All right. Sorry I haven't done a video in a while. Just trying to figure things out. But the main topic I want to cover today is regarding North Alabama and the impressive season they had this year and I mean it was a fantastic season. From top to bottom, they still have about 4 more games left, 3 more games left, so they're heading down that final stretch where it's they have to win almost every single game now. And they have to win their conference if they want to get into March Madness. Um, but I really think that they do have the best shot at maybe not winning it all, but definitely going far. I think this is the best team they've fielded since honestly since as long as I've been watching them. I think this is the best team that I've seen. And that's no knock on the other teams from the past from this guys, but just this team is just I don't know. I don't know if it's the culture or it's the atmosphere, family atmosphere they have there, but just great culture, great team, great players, great people. I know some of the guys, so obviously, I have great respect for the team. But I mean, they just came off last year. Of the, they came off an upset last year, upsetting, well, not really an upset, but a game winner, and then making it to the semifinal, and unfortunately losing that, but in the conference tournament. But this year, I mean, they feel their best season, with a 20-8 record so far. Still about 4 or 5 games to go again, so that's gonna definitely. There's more wins they can get, and I know they can get those wins. The last time they had a 20-win season was 2014. So I mean that's 9 years since a 21 season, and that's impressive. I mean that was at D2 level. That wasn't like it was a D1 level. I mean and to have a 21 season at the D1 level is a major accomplishment. Even if you don't win the March Madness or you don't win the Natty or whatever, it's a major accomplishment, and those guys should be proud. Those guys should have some confidence going into the conference tournament and going past that. So I think if this is their best chance. I think from Jakari Lane, I think he's one of the best shooters they have. I definitely see him going, maybe not first round in the draft, but I definitely see him going at least second round. Just based off the fact that he scores almost 20 points a game, puts on a show, doesn't, acts humble about it, doesn't have a big head. I think that's really admirable. I think another player he is my friend, but another player, and he doesn't score as much, but that's not his fault. You just, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't, but I think he has the chance to go play pro somewhere. I mean, this team has some of the best players that I think I've seen, and I think a lot of people have seen, and I think this team is probably the best they've ever had. So whatever happens from here on out, I won't be mad because this was a remarkable season, full of remarkable moments, remarkable guys playing as a team, playing as a unit, not going in for business for themselves, doing their job and winning games. And that's something that a lot of people take for granted is when you see a team with a good foundations. A lot of people take that for granted and won't Um, and a lot of the people that take that for granted are people that are often sitting at home during March Madness and aren't um, playing in a conference tournament. And those are the teams that just don't have a good culture anymore because sometimes players go in for themselves, but this team does not. I've seen it firsthand. This team is a remarkable group, a fantastic team. Again, I have respect for everyone on that team. They all work hard. They're all good. They must be good if they're playing D1 basketball, even if it's a mid-major. I mean, to play D1 basketball or D1 or play a D1 sport in general is a remarkable accomplishment and should be celebrated. And a moment like this where you go on a 20-win season and you've won your past 8 or 9 games should be celebrated because it's not very common for mid-majors to have remarkable runs as North Alabama has. And I mean they've had tough losses this year, but the thing about them is they bounced back. And as somebody who's grown up around basketball, as somebody who's watched great teams fall apart in the biggest moments, I think this team has stepped up, has put on a show for the fans, and I can't wait to see what they do in March. Can't wait to see what they do beyond this year and what their future looks like, and I can't wait. But again, I mean, 20-win season. I mean, how many teams really go on a 20-win season that aren't named Duke or Kentucky or North Carolina or really any big school? Like, how many teams can say that they are going on a 20-win year? I mean, that is special. This team is special. I am beyond grateful to know a few guys on the team. I am beyond grateful to say I'm a fan and I get to watch this team every night when, even if they're at their lowest, they still will bounce back right after a loss, and they'll fight. They'll fight. They'll go in the trenches and they'll fight. And that is a very respectable trait when you see that in sports, because a lot of teams don't have that fight, don't have that dog in them, and lose in big moments because they don't have the willpower to continue. And so for this team to just fight and continue on and despite seasons in the past where they didn't play as well, they still think they're the best and they still have that confidence and it's not really, and they might have the confidence, but they're not arrogant about it. They're not cocky. They know what they're capable of. They know what they're made of, and whenever they have a big moment, they all celebrate together as a family. And when you celebrate and when you play as a family, you win. And that's something big in sports and any level. So I'm excited for North Alabama's future. I'm excited to watch March Madness. I'm excited to watch the ASUN tournament. I'm excited to see what this team does. I'm excited to see who wins in the Natty this year, no matter who it is. It's going to be a fun March. It's going to be a fun ending to a basketball year. And that's going to be it for today's video. But I wanted to cover this because you don't see mid-majors have this kind of run that North Alabama has all that often. And it should be celebrated, and I feel like it should be talked about, and I wish it was talked about more, and I wish there was more videos about teams like North Alabama, just so people can look at an example of what a true underdog can do when they put their mind towards something. So I'm excited to see what North Alabama does, and I can't wait to see what this upcoming month has in store. And again, that will be all for today. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.